All right, folks, thanks again so much for tuning in with us today. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a commentary on my camera setup for self filming. And it's all about learning and growing, and that's what it's really all about. Here in our town in Southwest Missouri, we have a good group of content creators that we are able to share and brainstorm and learn from one another. So I want to give those guys a real quick shout out. We have Bow Hunt Wyoming, Missouri Public Hunter, Leadfoot Garage, Man vs. Deer, Midwest Long Range, Setting the Hook, Ninja Eyes, Ozark Traditions TVs. These guys are all local here in Lebanon. Basically, except for Setting the Hook, that's Brett Bocek in Toronto, Canada. But go ahead and show those guys some love. And like I said, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episodes coming in the future. We're right here in the middle of season 6. So, but we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Alright, folks, so here I am up in the tree. This is early season. I'm pulling out the Case Logic. It is the camera camera bag that I put my Canon G40 in. Pulling this out of my LA Police Gear operator bag. I've been using this bag for a couple years now, from everything from turkey hunting to fishing. It's my primary bow hunting backpack. It's a little loud and clunky, pulling everything out of there, but it does hold everything I need. Here I am putting the base around the tree. This is the Muddy Hunt Hard camera arm. Basically, I have all three sizes that Muddy offers. This is really the one that I have settled on and use most often. I really like the weight and size of it. I will say, compared to the Outfitter arm has that larger bracket and longer arm that extends around your body. Much easier. I do like the short compactness of this arm, and it's one of my favorite things. But what this is lacking is the leveling capabilities that the Outfitter arm does have. You can see me turning the knob here, and it does raise it up a little bit, but if you are in a crooked tree, you're likely going to have a crooked camera arm, which is okay because it is very smooth, but it is stiff enough that it will stay wherever you put it. Alright, here I am pulling out my fluid head. It is the Manfrotto 500 series. I love this fluid head. I believe I purchased it as a package on a Manfrotto tripod. So I have a really nice Manfrotto tripod for ground hunting or hunting from the ground blind. But I love this fluid head because it has a lot of customability on making those super smooth pans. It came with this handle you see me attaching here. But just love it. I don't know what I would do without it. It makes for the setup so easy. And so that is the VariZoom remote. I think I paid $100 for it. The Canon G40 is the only camera that I have that is able to take a remote, and that is vital when you're doing self-filming and one hand on the camera and one hand on your bow. Having that remote. There's on, off, zoom, and focus. So if you are using your manual focus, you do have that capability through the remote itself. Again, this is the Canon Vixia G40. I don't believe that they are any longer producing that model. I believe they're producing the 50, which has 4K resolution and also night vision IR filming capabilities. I would have to double check that for you, but here we have the Taxar budget shotgun mic. I think they're under $30. Just a really nice budget shotgun mic, and then if this mic was ever to break or lose it or whatever the case may be, I would likely just replace it versus purchasing a higher end Rode mic. I believe that some of the parts that go into the Rode mics are into the Taxar, so definitely a really nice setup there. Again, just like that shortness of the camera arm. You can see that I have it basically set up at 90 degrees on my right hand side of the tree stand. A reason that I'm mentioning that is because I am expecting the deer to come in directly in front of me, so I'm basically facing the trail. And we'll get into that a little bit further. So I'm here early season, I'm set up in plenty of time, giving yourself some extra time for the area to settle down because it is a bit of a chore and a bit loud on setting up this additional equipment. Anyone who has tried it, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but you just got to push through and get set up. Okay, here we go. We have some season 6 footage. The reason I'm bringing this to you, this is the doe that I killed at 60 yards. What I'm wanting to point out here is that the arm is in between my body and the tree. You can see me, it's almost at eye level. I am squatting just a little bit, but I'm using that basically to line up my shot. And you know, it's just really nice. I'm able to push it out of the way, go ahead and get my bow. And they move right back and get right back on to the deer. Alright, so here at this you can see a little bit of the difference. This is the outfitter arm, and you can see that it is significantly longer and is reaching around my body a bit easier. The deer that I'm filming is off in the distance, and there's no shot opportunity, so I am able to freely move about a little bit easier. But this is with the outfitter arm extends around my body a lot easier for sure. So a bit of a difference there. Okay, so again, here's the that is the Muddy Outfitter arm. This is back in season 2. This is the Hunt Hard arm. Season 3. Looks like I'm using my backup bow, my bear attack. Probably just getting tired of dealing with my quiver. That's what I'm dealing with today on my Hoyt. It just doesn't attach properly. Definitely self-filming is a bit of an art form and takes a lot of practice to be able to get set up and be able to work on getting your shot lined up and your shot as far as the deer in frame, and then also line up your archery shot. Definitely, I don't think I could imagine hunting now without filming. It is something that, again, takes some time, a little bit of trial and error, but it's definitely worth putting in that extra effort. All right, well, here we go. We got some footage from season 1. Was doing a little bit of a setup video at that time, or really just filming me getting into the tree more than anything. Safety definitely is your first priority, but the longer you spend up in the tree, the more you'll be able to hone in on what works best for you. What works best for you might not work best for me. I know right now there's a super popular is the saddle. I've got some bad knees on me. I don't see myself being able to get into the saddle, but everybody's needs are different. This is the kill shot camera arm. I believe that if you go ahead and if you are starting to go ahead and get a longer camera arm than, say, the kill shot or the basic muddy, because if it's such a large learning curve, you might as well go ahead and invest in something that'll last you. Here we have I have the camera arm attached to a tree, hunting from the ground. I think this is the way that I like to hunt from the ground if I'm not in a ground blind, just because you do have a lot more range of motion than you do on a tripod. So if you're ever hunting from the ground, don't think that you can't just go ahead and attach your tree stand arm to the base of a tree, because it gives you a little bit more options to be able to film behind you or to the side. So that's worked well. Fortunately, we didn't have any deer come in this evening here, but wanted to kind of give you an idea here that you can use those from the ground. Alright, so here you can see my Sony 675. I basically have that on a clamp mount, and it is clamped to my shooting stick. My shooting stick has a bit of a rotation as well, so it's a really nice function for gun hunting if you're doing some spotting and stalking, or you're just not staying in a position long enough to set up a tripod or put your tree arm around a tree, and it gives you the opportunity to kind of hunt on the move and still potentially capture that footage. Also, GoPros on your head is what I'm using right here, works wonders as well. But basically, that's my 2 cents for the day. If you like this kind of video, go ahead and get down in the comments. May do a little bit of an expansion upon these topics, but again, we got season 6 right now, so go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the action ahead. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.